Wears here, and today I'm going to be doing a video about dyeing with Dylon. Now, I've been thinking about dyeing this shirt in particular a different colour. I think I was originally going to do it black, even though it's a fantastic shirt. This is a Carhartt, very nice material, almost like a denim feel, thick shirt. I really liked the colour at the time, and now I just find I never wear it, so I'm going to dye this. And I thought, while I'm dyeing this, I can dye some other things that I don't wear, all quite similar sort of jade colouring pieces of clothing. So we've also got another Carhartt. This is a t-shirt. It's a lighter sort of green colour, greeny blue, and then a pair of shorts. I think these are from Gap or something like that. It's and they're like a green as well. So I'm going to slam all of these in, and I have bought £5 from Amazon. It is Dylon Espresso Brown. So you basically wet these products down, bung them in the wash, and it is for run a full cotton cycle at 30 Celsius or 40 Celsius. So I'm going to put on like a 30-degree wash and pop these in and see how it turns out. Now, the factors that could arise on this is when you dye with Dylon, a lot of the time the stitching used stays the same colour. Obviously on this you do have the green buttons, and they are obviously not going to dye. So it's going to be interesting to see the brown with the green. Most of the labels normally stay the same because of the materials used, but you never know, it could end up being dyeing the colour as well. And again with this, so a lot of the stitching is that green colour that might not dye, and also the button. But I haven't worn these, I think I've worn these twice since I've got them. I always reluctantly wear this as if I don't have any t-shirts about, and I really want to wear this, but yes, it's the colour. So I'm going to get these dampened down and then put on a wash load and then show you the results. But first I'm going to do the other two. I'm not going to put on for the before and after, but I feel like this was the main piece that I was intending on dyeing. So I'll just pop it on so you can see a before. Now I got this in an extra large. I wish I got this in a large. It is that oversized sort of feel. So yes, this is the before. And then hopefully once I have washed these, dried these, we have the results after. So let's get cracking. Okay, so all of these kind of clothes were pre-washed, but I've just damped them down. So put them in. Now I'm going to do this just on a daily quick. No, actually no, I'm going to go on a dark hair because it's a bit longer. I'm going to put this on 30. So this is going to be an hour and 24 minutes. Taking the packaging off, open it up, pop it in the drum, and away we go. So I'll be back tomorrow to finish this with the dried, finished results. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, and time for the results. So, 2 items, the stitching didn't dye, just like I said it wouldn't. All of the items, the labels stayed the original colour, which is a definite plus. I'm going to go from the t-shirt, then the shorts, and then the shirt, because that is my personal preference of what I think was the best. So, the t-shirt, I was never a fan of the fit of this t-shirt, and the colour was just too summery, too bright. Didn't work for me. So definitely glad I dyed this. The colour distribution is not that bad on this, but I feel like with t-shirts sometimes it does, maybe where it bunches up in the machine, it seems to have dyed certain areas more, but also it had that sort of mottled effect on it already, so you're going to get darker areas through the colouring that was on it prior. This is one of the items where the stitching stayed the same, but it was a nice light green, so I feel like it actually works really well and it looks okay. So let's pop this on. And I think I've literally just popped this over the t-shirt, but I think this is a much nicer look, and it just sits, it seems to sit. Maybe it's because I'm more comfortable with the colour, maybe it's because it's a darker tone, it just seems to sit better on the body as well. So, great result on this one. To the shorts, but first, let's ping this off. So, with the shorts, again, the buttons are not going to die because they are plastic. The stitching hasn't died as well, but it was quite a similar stitching to the Carhartt t-shirt. And again, I think it goes really well. The colour distribution on this pair has gone fantastic. It's really even, and I will now definitely be wearing these. It's my favourite item. This is my favourite item anyway because of the material used. Unfortunately, I got it in quite an unusual colour. It was that sort of jade green colouring. I think I got that because it matched with a pair of dunks I had, the Island Greens. But then I just thought it's a bit weird clashing it. And also, I got it in an XL because I wanted that baggy fit, but it just ended up being a bit too big. But saying that, it definitely works better in this brown colour. Unfortunately, the buttons are not going to die, so they have stayed that original colour, but I feel like it works. It's not too much of a crazy colour to have against it, and I'm really happy with the result. This is definitely my favourite out of the three, again, because it's probably the item itself, the material is really nice. If you're going to dye a piece of clothing that you don't like the material and it doesn't really fit you well, it's not going to change that. So overall, I think it's been a great success. I've previously used Dylon to dye clothes, normally dyeing them black, but it's a great way to sort of upcycle clothing that you're not wearing or you just don't really like the colour of, or just give it a new lease of life. It's also great from turning a summer item into an autumn winter item, or just trying to make it fit with your style more. Now, I have to admit, I don't think I've got any items of brown clothing apart from this cap prior to this, so it will be a nice addition to the wardrobe. This is going to be worn a lot because it is a lot more, it's easier for me to wear personally. I always go for these bright colours and never end up wearing them. Now, I didn't really go into a full breakdown of how to sort of measure out the amount of material with the pod itself, but I think just be sensible with it. On this, I've used 3 items. The pod itself was £5 from Amazon, so I feel like it's quite cost effective when you think of it that way. You've just got to be sensible and remember that if you've got sort of like a heavier material, it's going to really take that colour, and if the more items you put in, the more it's going to dilute the end result. And if you want it to be a stronger, brighter, vibrant, deeper colour, just put 1 item in, or just a couple of items. But I think that's also the fun of it, just seeing how it turns out. It's almost like a Polaroid picture. You take the picture and you wait for the results, and then hopefully they turn out well. But I feel like today they have turned out fantastically. So that's it from me. Woodsy out.